Hey everybody, it's Jake. I also play Cheeto in the upcoming campaign you'll be seeing here, and I'm also the creator of this channel, Strange Access. Just to get you all caught up, we are a couple friends who are enjoying some 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. So far in our adventure, we are in a place called Tolken's Gate. Some of the first strange happenings in the Emerald City was onslaught of the undead, as the adventurers all came in from different places and lifestyles or mysteries. They all found the undead multiple times and even worked together to save the city. The city and mayor was very proud and happy with the group and had them form a task force. Eventually, the mayor did give them a quest to get their own place, a temple of Cord that was abandoned about an hour away. They went there and they found some strange creatures. This is about where everyone else wandered off. Cheeto decides to go in on his own to find what's happening inside the Temple of Cord.
From the Temple of Cord, you wanted to head back into town and meet up with the heads of the militia to gather some traps to use for the temple, clearing it, I assume, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a craft check.
Crafting. I have crafting, but that's only it says arcane and scrolls, so that doesn't have to do that, huh?
So, craft, I believe, is a intelligence-based check. So just your base intelligence. No ranks, just intelligence.
Okay, so 13 plus my intelligence modifier
Yep.
2 is 50.
Oh, nice. Roll me 1d4.
2.
You gain 2 heavy traps that can be set up to take down a large monster.
Ooh, sweet.
They are heavy, so carrying both of them at one time will hinder you in terms of mobility and movement.
Okay. That's no problem. Let's...
The militia members that have helped you out are wondering what you planning to catch there.
I don't even really know. The mayor asked our elite squad to go clear out this sweet crib we're getting. And, yeah, there's some fearsome creatures in there that we're gonna slaughter. And then we're gonna eat.
They look at you a bit concerningly when you say eat. And they're like, well, we don't normally eat monsters, but you are a weird magic cat.
Why, thank you.
Okay, so you successfully obtain the traps. What do you wish to do with them at this time?
I just want to hold on to them. I just had like a couple. Let's see. What else?
So you're going to carry them around on your person?
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay. Right after that, you wanted to join the militia officially, I believe.
Well,
yes?
I wanted to find the captain of the army first.
Okay. You know that the number one head honcho, no matter what, is the mayor herself. Everybody in the militia is lower rank than her.
Yes. Because I was going to speak to the captain, and then I was going to speak to the mayor afterwards about different
Okay,
things.
so you want to go for one of the lower ranked officials, one of the captains of the guard. There are 4 captains of the guard currently, after all this had been said and done.
The one that I had next to me on the tower.
Okay, did we give him a name? I honestly don't remember.
No.
Okay, cool. He's just going to be Captain... let's call him Captain Nemo, because that's what popped into my head. Captain Nemo.
That's amazing.
So if I remember correctly, he was a good fighter, but he was kind of a scaredy cat. Yes.
He was
Like he didn't really seem to engage.
he was impulsive in his actions to lead, and I had to take over originally.
Oh, okay.
Not like
I see.
forcibly,
Oh,
but like.
I see how it is. That's how you're gonna write history, huh? Alright. Yeah, he was impulsive.
Hey, I did a good job. 85%, survival rate.
So Captain Nemo, walking on an active duty patrol, notices you carrying 2 large, heavy monster traps, across the town, just dragging them along. And he goes up to you and asks, fella, kitty,
Hey.
mage, magi, can I help you?
Hey!
We have the whole power of the militia behind me. You're the one who helped save the city, after all. What can we do for you?
Well, Cap, I was actually gonna tell you about how the mayor might have brought up the idea of, inviting me to join the militia. And I was gonna ask you if you might be able to slyly put in a couple good words for me for the possibility of starting with a better rank. I think you saw my abilities on the battlefield in leadership, not necessarily fighting, but I don't know. I was hoping that maybe you can put in a good word for me.
Captain Nemo looks at you with excitement, and he says, my boy, we can take you on right now and make you a member of the militia. You can have whichever rank you require, though you will be reporting to me, of course, as I will be your captain. And after a year of service, you can go beyond serving our militia and its needs. That's the standard time frame, after all. But I can put in a word with the mayor, though it seems like she's already approved. Do you wish to officially join our rank? And he holds up his shield high into the air in a very ceremonial pose.
I do.
He asks you to kneel,
I kneel.
and bestows upon you a blessing, a dwarven blessing. From the red rock to the golden plain, to the emerald forest, to the blue waters below. You are now a member of the militia, and protect this city. You swear your life to us, and we will swear our life to you. Now go. Be one. Be a member.
Thank you, Captain Nemo.
You obtain a rectangular badge with a dwarven symbol for the militia. As long as you display this badge, doors will open for you. Members of the town who live there know and follow the orders of the militia. The citizens will, praise you for your good duties, and so forth and so forth. Your social ranking in this town seems to be continually going up and up and up.
Oh, yes. This opens so many doors for me.
You have so many options, you have no idea.
I have so many.
I believe the next agenda you wanted to also do was obtain body part. Now, you are carrying very heavy traps, so you need to decide what to do with these before you can accomplish the other goal.
Okay. I wonder if there's anywhere I can leave them for a minute.
You can drop them on the ground if you so wish.
I guess that I'll stop by the mayor's house with my rank, or with my traps. Leave him outside and just see if I can go in to talk to her, if she's available.
Okay. You drag them at the mayor's house, leaving them at the door, telling the guard, "Hey, watch my stuff." You go in. The mayor's home, which again is this vast, domed, practically farmer's market-esque community within itself, is surprisingly empty. And not a single person can be found in the common area. However, inside the mayor's office, she sits there at her desk writing on papers. The guard lets you in, and the mayor addresses you. "Yes, Magi Cheeto, what can I do for you today?"
Hi, Mayor. Wait, did we ever give the mayor a name?
No, probably. The less I have to remember names outside of your guys' names, the better for me.
I have a
so-
list now. So I
Okay, do we have a name for her yet?
No.
Okay, you don't have it. I have it written down somewhere. I will get it to you later.
Okay.
How about
gotcha.
that? Just because I don't want to. I don't want to give an official name right now and then be like, "Oh yeah, I give her something different."
That's true. Hey, Mayor. I just want to let you know that I took up your idea of joining the militia proudly, and I wanted to discuss something else with you. I wanted to see if you can help me do you a favor. And I kind of say that jokingly.
She looks at you concerningly. "What kind of favor can you do for me?"
Well, Mayor, I did notice a lot. There was some casualties in our town, civilian-wise. Not only in our militia, but and I noticed there are some empty houses around, and there's always been a small amount, at the least, of orphans or homeless children in the town, and I can only be concerned about this more with the lost fathers and moms after the attack we were under, and I would like to present the idea of possibly taking over a home to take care of the orphans or the homeless children.
So you propose to the mayor that you want to essentially open a group home for
Yeah.
wayward children,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
Okay. Is this your true intention?
Yes, it is.
This is your true intention.
Yes.
Okay. So you're not necessarily bluffing, but you do need to convince her, however.
Okay.
So I need some sort of roll from you. What kind of skill do you think you can apply to this one? You are a newly minted bard after all.
I don't really think my bard stuff could do anything.
Then give me a skill check. Give me something.
Alrighty. What about I guess maybe just charisma. It's just a +1.
Just a charisma check. All right, give it to me.
Total 9.
Total of 9, but you do get a +1 bonus. For
No,
already...
it's 9 flat. Or like
Right.
9 total, I mean.
Right. So you rolled a 9, but because you are already a member of the militia, you get a +1 to that roll, which allows you to succeed in this check.
Yes.
All right. So you propose the idea of opening up a group for the wayward children who were left orphaned by the catastrophe. Showing concern and genuine emotion towards this situation. So much so that the mayor herself feels moved by your,
I tell her that
by your plight and tale. She says, Magi Cheeto, there is a home on the corner of Nosrock Road. Should be large enough. 3 rooms. Please do with them what you can. They are my personally owned buildings, but I have been unable to think of a use for them until you brought a use for them to be used now. If you can show me that you can run this effectively after a month, then we will talk about possible promotion. You are quite useful to my town.
Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate that.
No, Magi Tito, thank you.
And Mayor, one more thing. There was one of your personal guards named Edgar. He lost his foot during the battle. I don't know if he's still as service as a militia member, considering his disability. I was hoping that if he was not in a great position, you would allow me to have Edgar work in the orphanage, where he can help with the children.
Edgar.
He was the one that was my fan.
She looks through her papers, and she looks through more, and she looks through more, and she looks through more, and she pulls out a second, she looks through more, and she says, my apologies, Cheeto, there are a lot of dwarves in my clan, many of which are named Edgar, but luckily for you, only one who has lost his foot. I'm afraid he is under the ward of the Forge Master. You will have to ask him for lease of his ward if you wish to work with Edgar.
Thank you.
My hands are tied in this matter.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to let you know I'm going to bury some of our brave militia members that lost their life. The estrewed pieces of bodies we cannot give to a particular person's home. I'm going to be cleaning up a part of town, so if anyone sees me
He looks at you concerningly and say, Mayor Magi, the Temple of the Gods take care of the dead. They take the remains to be sanctified.
Ah, okay.
Before any process is to be done.
Oh.
I apologize, you were unaware of our ways.
That is alright, Mayor. As long as it's being taken care of. That's what my intentions were in the end.
Your concern for our town is ever inspiring.
Thank you, Mayor. And that's it.
Okay. You go back outside where your traps are still being watched by the guard, who's just kind of like poking at them and like playing with them, like wondering like, what kind of beast is he trying to catch with this?
Instead of going to my last plan, I just wanted to head back to do you think that heading or seeing the Forge Master during this trip would be like one too many things to do?
If you were to head over to the Forge Master at this point, it would most definitely be sunset by the time you were to get done with everything.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that.
Otherwise, right now it's about midday.
Oh, okay.
So,
I drag my big ass traps across town again.
You do drag them, although there are many uh, many citizens who are around who are more than willing to help you. Many of them knowing of the deeds of the Magi Tito. You assemble a small little harem of citizens who help lift and walk your traps wherever it is you need and go. It is quite a joyful event and helps you on your way. Once you enter East Gate, where the Forge Master workshop is located, they drop off your stuff at the militia outpost at East Gate. Give you a little claim check, say you can pick it back up when you're done with your stuff. Heading over to the Forge Master's forge is a straightforward affair. Nobody bothers you. No odd look. No danger of any sorts.
Especially since I have my badge now, huh?
Especially since you have your badge. All the citizens, look at you with, praise and wonder.
I have like 2 badges now because I had the mayor's like special necklace thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have many medals, sir.
I like metal.
You like shiny. You like it all.
Like a cat.
Forge Master building. You find that the doors to the building are locked, and no one seems to be inside. The people outside seem to be heading towards the pubs, the bars around, as lanterns start being lit and the sun begins to set.
Okay. I guess are the pubs nearby? Like,
You what?
Are the pubs like right outside the Forge Master building?
Think of the area as like a downtown area.
Okay.
Where, just within a short walk, you can see it, walk to it. There's a pub down here, there's a bar down there, there's an inn down there. Oh, this is the Forge Master shop, just up the, this little step,
Is there anything
Everything's pretty close knit.
Is there anything like right outside, like laying around, like I don't know, like any shields, weapons, anything?
No, there are no weapons or shields laying just willy-nilly out in front of this shop. It is a nice building, giving an air of professionalism
Okay.
to the craft.
Okay, I'll just call it a day then and head back to base.
Okay, and by base you mean
The
Temple of
Forge.
Gordon?
Yes.
Okay. Do you pick up your traps or do you leave them?
I take them with me.
Okay. So it takes you a while to drag them all the way back to the Temple of Cord. In fact, it takes you... It would take you a very, very long time to travel, so you decide to sleep it off for being at nighttime already.
Like when I get there?
No. Like right after you leave the Forge Master, and you're like,
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna take a nap first before I head back over there. I'm sure those guys will be fine. Your badges and praise pretty much grant you entry to any building. So, any inn, they'll allow you a free night's stay. However, any excess food or drink will require you to pay. So if you wish to party, it will cost you a total of 5 gold pieces.
No party.
Otherwise, no party tonight. You will be a
Good Cheeto.
tentative. You will be a good kitty.
Question.
Good Cheeto.
Quick question.
Answer.
You never told me in the beginning, very first campaign day, if I had any money. And I did give like 1 copper took hit. I remember that on day 0.
I don't remember the starting gold for a wizard right off the top of my head, so how about you roll me 2d6?
Okay. 4 plus 3.
So you had 7 gold at the very beginning.
Okay, 6 gold.
So any gold you've accumulated since then or now, if you have the notes for it, you can add it, but was your starting, and if that's your current, cool. So you have 7 gold.
8. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, let's just call it that. Way too complicated of an explanation on my end. Oh, wait. Okay.
I'm very happy and content with my 7 gold.
Alright, so it takes you pretty much half a day's travel, dragging these weights all the way back to the Temple of Cord safely without being attacked or getting lost. The rest of your party members still seem to be enjoying their little camped out areas that they've established. Taran is enjoying the area on the outside. There is a very large rectangular, what looks like to be an ancient, crumbled, and ruined arena where fighters would display martial arts and compete in tournaments.
That's the one on the bottom right, right?
This isn't inside the temple. This is the outside. Yeah, there's 2 arenas. One of them's the outside. It's a much larger arena, and it was for outside events.
Oh, okay.
The one, once you get inside through the entrance into the temple where the map I gave you, that one has a much smaller arena where it's more of like a one-on-one personal kind of training, sparring, rivalry kind of style.
Gotcha.
But that one is the one that has one weapon stuck into a podium, along with 3 other podiums with missing weapons.
Okay, gotcha.
Slim Pickens still seems to be inside the temple as well, in that first main chamber. I believe I marked A on the map, along with was a Gerb and Ragho.
Okay.
So.
And then Tyran's outside.
And then Taran's outside. Taran being a druid and an elf, one more with nature, not really feeling it down in the stuffy dungeon. The areas marked in blue, you guys have cleared, and no signs of wandering monsters or no signs of danger have been found within that area.
And we were kind of
all the others.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say all the other spots, however, are undiscovered and could possibly pose danger to you and your party.
All right. So where was the room with the water at?
That should be marked B.
Oh, okay. So that's like the thing. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the first rooms you guys had entered through.
Yeah.
It led to a what looked like was a still being dug out section, still being worked on. The river was flowing through, and rather rapid, and the water was very, very cold. Any prolonged exposure to it would result in freezing.
Gotcha. Does this sound like something? So would I be able to do this? Do you think that I or Slim Pickens would let me pawn him 6 gold to borrow like a dagger or something for a couple hours?
So you want to borrow, so you'll trade him 6 gold for a dagger.
Just to borrow, like, the 6
Just to
gold
borrow.
is like a safety for him, because I'm sure he'd be concerned.
The negotiations are fierce. He curses at you in Goblin a few times, but he says he'll do it for 7 gold.
I only have 6
I'll
gold.
I'll even shop in it for you.
He'll even
6 gold. 6 gold. All you got, fine.
All right, I give him my 6 gold.
All right. He sharpens the knife for you with a quick little whetstone. Here you go. Make sure to stab him with the pointy end.
Thank you very much, sir.
And then he goes back to whatever it was he was doing, which seems to be playing some sort of marble game with the barbarian.
Okay. I wanted to get another single-handed weapon because I have a quarterstaff, but I was gonna like try and hold the quarterstaff in the left hand, just kind of like block stuff or hit things, but I'll kind of like just dual wield basically.
Okay. So you're not.
Oh, do
You're
you have
not,
to be
not allowed to
proficient?
dual wield. No. You don't have to be proficient to dual wield. It's just beneficial when you gain those feats and yada yada yada.
Okay.
But depending on how you want to work it, you can still use 2 weapons, and that'll be completely okay. I don't want to dissuade you from playing your character. Just be creative.
Gotcha.
So, one staff in one hand, dagger in the other. What are your plans? It sounds like you want to dive back into the dungeon, my friend.
Yeah, so, let's see. So, I want to go back down E. It's silently under those chains, and, not too far, maybe like 5 or 10 feet after the big crevice in the ground, or hole in the ground, I want to set up the 2 traps, just so they cover a good amount of space, like towards the middle of the room, like something might run through it.
Right. I believe I know which spot you're talking about. Let me just pull it real quick. Oh, what am I doing? Discord, not my drive. There we go. Oh, that's the original. There we go. Okay, easy. Alright, so you want to set up both of them or just one of them?
Both of them.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Well, that's not good. So, using my my left, my points to give out, I had given myself a +4 in stealth, but I rolled a 3, so it came out to 7.
Ooh. A 7 in stealth does not award you your plan to go off without a hitch. As soon as you open the door and start dragging the 2 traps with you, you hear the scuttle and screeches of the lizard creature that you had seen before. You hear the noises of it rushing and running towards you, your direction, clearing the gap and getting within at least 20 feet of you, yelling, screaming, rah, rah, gnashing its teeth and claws at you. You roll me a versus. This one will be a fortitude save.
Fortitude. What do I use for
Roll
that?
me a fort save. So you're going to add your fortitude bonus.
I don't even see fortitude on
Okay, so let me help you calculate fortitude real quick. What is your constitution modifier?
there. Nothing. 0.
There is a no con modifier. You have nothing for being a wizard.
As in
As
Constitution?
in no bonuses. Yeah, as in no fortitude bonuses.
No. Just as I have done.
And then for Bard, I believe you get nothing as well. Just sure. Nope. Okay, so you just roll a d20.
I got a 3.
You are scared shitless. You drop both traps right to the ground and fall backwards prone.
Oh shit.
The lizard saunters up to you, but stops and sniffs you, giving you an awkward eye and a weird look. It's confused facial features as it backs up a couple feet, allowing you a moment to breathe.
How big is it?
It is a medium creature. You have dark vision, right? Or some sort of low light vision,
I have dark
if I remember
vision.
correctly? Okay, so effectively what you see is this humanoid lizard. What they're known as is lizard folk.
Oh shoot.
You know, this lizard folk seems to be wearing armor made out of pads and fur, but it doesn't seem to be protecting anything vital in the front, but only on its back.
Okay.
It doesn't have any weapons. Its arms seem to be shackled by chains, but are still, loose enough for it to move and wave them around and still be very dangerous.
Okay. Well, I guess I tried talking to it and seeing if it responds to anything or if it can talk. I go, can you talk? Can you understand me?
Roll a handle animal.
5. Fuck. I'm switching dice.
It does
Or
not
is-
seem to respond.
Is that a
or like
with
what you said.
charisma?
Handle animal.
Or no, it's wisdom.
Yeah.
6 total then. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you still didn't make it. What's your current AC?
12.
12. Okay. Roll an attack because it is going to lunge at you with its claws, trying to gouge your tongue out effectively.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lizard, and it doesn't like what you're saying. It rolls a natural 1, however, completely failing on its attempt to swipe at you, instead tripping over the loose gravel on the ground, tying itself up in the chain that is wrapped, that is binding its arms. It somehow ties around its feet and falls into the fetal position, prone, just balled up on the ground, shaking violently, trying to get free.
Can I give a good bonk to the head with my staff?
If you want to piss it off, go ahead.
I'm trying to knock it out. That's what I'm trying to do.
You can try. Give me a roll. It is prone, so you will get a +2 to your attack. But since you're going to be using your staff just to whack it on the head, it will be a strength check.
Okay.
So it will be, so add your strength to the roll.
Okay. So it's still my regular attack for a quarterstaff, right?
Yep.
Gosh damn it. 5 total. I have a -1 strength.
You hit it, but you don't manage to do any damage to him. You do, however, notice that your staff hit the padding on its, and it has a number,
Oh no.
like stitched into the fur. It says number 12.
No.
Upon hitting the lizard, however, you notice he starts rolling away from you. Like, upon you hitting it. It rolls back toward the hole, where it falls down to the hole and disappears from your sight.
What is going on? Okay, I want to go and I guess I want to try and set the traps up while he just rolled back down.
Okay. You go grab one of the traps and you want to set it up in front of the pit.
Yeah, like 5 feet in front of the pit, so it's like, but I want to try and set both up if I could, but
Right.
kind of.
Roll me to do it quickly. Just roll me a sleight of hand.
Unnatural 20.
Total.
Yeah, 20 total.
Okay. 20 total. You managed to set both traps up. They take up a 5-foot space each. They're within distance of the pit. You don't hear any noise or any, growls or any lizard folk on the other side. However, looking beyond the trap, you do see a hammer sticking out of a podium, just in the middle of the room.
Ooh, I need that. Okay.
So the pit is a 10 by 10 foot gap. You can jump it. You just need a 5-foot running space, and you will need to roll an athletics check to successfully make it over without falling in.
I think I want to try and take care of the little fart down there. So I kind of want to go back a little bit, maybe like 20 feet away from the trap, and I want to rattle the chains on the ceiling to try and make some noise and get attention of the creature again.
Okay. So you rattle the chains. This tactic seems to work as you hear the echoes of the lizard folk on the complete other end. The same scuttling, rushing, running, jumping noise that you heard before. Okay. But this time you hear clunk, clunk of 2 traps and very, very loud and just curdling squeals of the lizard folk just gasping for breath.
Does it look like just the one lizard folk?
Yes, there was only one. You see it, the same number on its back as previously before, but trapped between 2 large, monster traps, and the creature is slowly dying, immobilized.
Okay. Am I? Does it seem like it's just gonna be dead no matter what, or do I need a?
Roll a medicine check to find that out.
11.
You surmise that with help you could save this creature, but you yourself cannot, and within 10 minutes it will bleed out and die.
Oh, yeah, I don't even... Within how much time?
10 minutes.
I want to coup de grace it with the dagger I borrowed.
You take the dagger, and how do you kill it?
Stab it in the head. If I can.
Right through the brain.
Right through the brain.
You see the light from its eyes slowly fade as this creature dies.
Woo! Alright.
Assuming at some point you make it over the chasm, which there's no more immediate danger in this room. This is at your leisure, essentially. The rest of the room extends just as the map shows, all the way toward a very long distance.
Okay.
Which, at the very end of this corridor is a lizard folk nest where the creature had called home. Bones on the ground indicate that this creature was fed, as there's not a whole lot of hunting that happens down here. There is writing along the walls in common, explaining that this creature has been trained to be hit by the hammer in the pedestal and knocked back, much like a quote-unquote baseball.
Okay.
And this creature has been used multiple times for circus performances.
Interesting.
The hammer in the pedestal is similar in craft to the weapon in the dojo.
Okay.
It is a heavy weapon, and if one were to use it, requires two hands.
To battle.
And yes, if you wish to use it for battle or for batting creatures away. Roll me a d6.
6.
Within the den and the nest, you do find amongst the scraps 6 silver pieces scattered about. Seems to be the only form of payment this creature received.
Okay.
There's also what looks like an attempt at a journal, a small stack of paper, very crude blood used as written on paper. However, there is a lizard folk language. This writing, however, is complete gibberish, though.
I'm gonna take it.
Fair enough. A token of the Journal of the Circus Lizard is what you have dubbed this gibberish. All right. You have effectively cleared out this area for your party, and you get to use it, rearrange it, to your fitting.
Can I take the?
I'll mark it. I'll mark it on the map later. I'll update it for you guys.
Cool. I'll take the. I'd like to take the hammer back to the small dojo.
You drag it back to the dojo and place it in the pedestal. The pedestal presses down, and there is there's a tapestry on the far wall that lights up two colors, one red and one green, on a golden circle in the middle.
Okay.
The golden circle cut in 4 pieces. 2 pieces have lit up, and it seems to await the other 2 pieces to enter for this ritual to be complete.
Okay. Gotcha. So
Gain 150 XP for completing part 1 of that task.
all right. Awesome. Can I?
You'll also gain 75 XP for the encounter with the lizard folk.
All right. Sweet. Can I? I guess I'll just take the dead lizard folk body out, just kind of put it on the side, and not reset the traps, but just have nothing in them, so if I need to use them in a little bit.
Only one of the traps seems to be in good enough condition to reuse. The other one, its mechanism is broken.
Do you think I can try to use mending on it?
Yeah. You use mending on it and fix it up. You have 2 working traps.
Woo! I used a brand new spell too.
I completely forgot you picked that one too. I was like, darn, let me limit his freaking use of it.
I got these cool traps now. I can't, not use them.
Hey man, you thought ahead.
Well, no, I didn't. Okay, I guess I want to check out F now.
Alright, which spot was F? Let me take back a look at the map. Oh, F. Right, that room. Okay. If I remember correctly, that room, yes, the door to that room was just right across from the lizard folk door.
Yes.
It was, this door is locked. Taking a moment to listen through the jail cell-like grates in the door,
Okay.
you hear the sounds of heavy breathing.
You.
What sounds like from 2 different creatures, though. One sound is a lot louder than the other, but both of them echo through that little opening. The door is large. The door is made out of metal. The door is rusted and locked.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this one for now. Was that the
Understandable.
small little room right there? Because there's like a little space and then there's a big space by F.
So as you understand the map, that is one room.
Okay. So there's a second room there then?
Yeah, so it's like 2 rooms connected by a little hallway.
Well, can I go up to the other door? Oh, I see. From my understanding, there's
So
just
if you
one
go
door protecting the 2.
Yeah, it's just one door that leads into that double room.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
So
start.
then,
I understand now.
all right, cool.
I'll start heading my way towards the little intersection by A. that can go off in a multitude of directions.
All right.
It goes north or east.
Did you want to head towards K, G, H, or I?
Let's go towards I, but
All right.
I want to move. Yeah, I'll just move towards I.
Okay. So that long hallway, there is nothing barring your entry. Passing by the other, the couple of other entryways, you do hear sounds of creatures in both of those corridors, much like the other one previous.
Like E?
Yeah. Yeah, so you hear noises coming from G and H as you pass by those corridors. There's no doors that are barring your way. You just walk on through. But once you get to I, you don't hear any creatures at all. Peering around the corner, you see a open hallway up to a distance.
Okay.
To about 30 feet down, you can see an open hallway. However, you do see carvings on the side of the walls in Dwarven.
In Dwarven writing? Sorry, cut off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So along the walls there are Dwarven writing. If you look straight ahead, it seems to just be a clear hallway. There is a section where it turns to the left, but you can't really see any farther.
Is there any way to try and understand the language?
So it takes some time to learn languages. If you want to learn a new language, it would take roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. 11.
It would take you 11 days.
Oh no. There's
And that would be-
there's no words I see that are familiar from town.
Nope.
All right. Okay, so
You haven't really taken the time to
care.
Care about languages. So.
That's true. That's my character. If I move the traps, is it loud?
Yes, because you are having to drag them along.
Okay, so you see where that one square where you can turn right and go to G, or you can go up and go towards I?
Mm-hmm.
Can I put a trap there?
Yeah, just remember it's there.
Alright, I want to put a trap there and stand southward and try and make some noises again.
Okay. You make a ruckus, you make some loud bangs, you do what you can with what you have to make noise to indicate that, hey, something's here. But nothing seems to come your way.
Okay.
You do still have hear animal noises, but they are getting more rowdy though.
Okay.
But they're not getting any closer.
Okay. I assume they're possibly locked up, but who knows?
That's a good assumption.
Sorry to cut you off. It keeps going in and out sometimes.
You cut off too sometimes. It's okay.
So can I maneuver around the trap vine, or should I move it if I want to move it?
Because you placed it and you know where it is, you can maneuver fine around it. until it becomes an issue.
Okay, can I move it 1 square to the right then, towards G?
You would, if you take the time to undo it and reset it, yes.
Yes, can I do that?
Yeah. You take the time to undo it or reset it. But this time, however, you need to roll me a perception check.
Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. Total 21.
You see a figure walking towards your way from A.
From
You do not recognize from A, and you do not recognize this figure as it holds a wand to you and says, "Who exactly are you, and what are you doing here?"
I'm just kind of like, oh hey, didn't know anyone was here. Was told that this place was empty. Was also told to come here. Ordered to come here, and I kind of like tap.
From
I kind of
who?
tap on my little badges. Tick, tick, tick. The mayor.
It's a ice. Cool, right?
The figure does not seem to be pleased that you're flashing very official and lawful-looking badges his way. His eyes glow red, and you see him mouth an incantation as red balls of fire are shot your way.
How tall is this person?
A medium-sized person.
Can I tell what their race might be?
Nope, too dark.
Okay. Is my trap
You
set
take
up?
11 fire. Yes, but you take 11 fire damage.
Oh, shoot. Well, there goes half my health. Okay. Forgive me if... Okay, I think I might know what I'm gonna do. Sorry. So, what happens if
If you're at 0,
No. I was gonna say, what happens if, I were to what's drowsiness do? Because I have lullaby. It says you make someone drowsy.
let me take a look for you. I know which spell you're talking about. I saw it on there too.
Make subject drowsy, comma.
Any creature within the area that fails a will save becomes drowsy and initiative. And inattentive, sorry.
Will
Taking a -5 penalty on listen and spot checks and a -2 penalty on will saves against sleep effects when the lullaby is in effect. Lullaby lasts for as long as the caster concentrates. So,
Am I
it pretty much
to be cool
it's
though?
an enchantment to help put them to sleep.
Oh, so I can't cast it on an enemy.
You can cast it on them, yes. And they will become drowsy, but it will not put them to sleep right away.
Okay.
If that's what you were trying to go.
Yeah. I'm trying. Sorry if I'm taking too long. I'm just trying to be creative since I have health.
Hey man, it's just you and me. It's okay.
Half my health gone. Already.
That was only half. All right, I'll fire another one. Not right now. You have a chance to react. So.
How does grappling work in 3.5?
So grappling, you pretty much make a strength check versus their strength check. If you win, you grapple them.
Sorry, what was that again?
You make a strength check versus their strength check.
So if I wanted to try and throw him into the trap, it would be strength versus strength.
So yes, you would have to roll a strength and beat them in order to grapple them, and then during your turn, you can, essentially move them and throw them onto the trap with another successful strength check.
All right,
So two strength checks, and you can get them onto the trap. Is that what you wish to do?
Shit. Ooh, I could do that instead. So he shot his attack out of his eyes, right?
What's that?
His attack came out of his eyes?
No, his attack came out of his wand. His eyes glue red.
Oh.
However, upon activating his wand.
Okay, I guess I want to try and blind him.
Okay.
Using my spell that just says blindness / deafness.
Confirm
Wait.
that one. I know what.
Wait a second. Is it too late?
Nope, not too late. We haven't made anything official yet.
Would I possibly be able to like if you use Mage Hand, can I like throw something with Mage Hand? Like could I grab his wand with Mage Hand and kind of like either take it or throw it? Or just take it from him, I guess?
That is a different spell, but very similar to Mage.
Ah.
Yeah. Chalk it up to you're not powerful enough to do that.
Okay. Kind of.
But I like your way of thinking. And if you wish to use an action to disarm him, however, using Mage Hand, I will allow that.
I will try that.
But it will be at a tough difficulty.
I will not try that. Shoot. Wait a second.
Yeah, because that would be the only way it'd be fair if it was at a very tough difficulty.
Isn't Chill Touch isn't Chill Touch pretty powerful?
It is a damaging attack.
Because if it's undead or like next or spectral, doesn't it cause necrotic damage, additional necrotic damage also, or something like that?
Did you?
You're like, where'd you get this information from?
Unless it makes a successful fortitude save. So it would definitely make them physically weaker, which would make them easier to grapple. If you still wanted to go that route, if you think about it, the less strength they have versus you, the better. And that's what Chill Touch would do. It would damage their strength, modify their strength ability.
Okay.
Undead creatures you touch take no damage of either sort, but they would flee. So if this individual happens to be an undead, it would try to flee. Otherwise, it would wither.
I do have scared. Oh, yeah. 6 hit dice. Never mind. That's for really weak stuff. What do I do? 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 What do roll strength damage. I will try to do the I guess I'll try. If I grapple him successfully, would that stop him from being able to use his wand?
Yes.
I want to try and grapple him then, I guess.
Roll me a strength check. Add your strength modifier.
15 total.
Ooh, nice. Right. The individual rolled a 6, which means he is successfully grappled in your arms.
Yeah.
Wiggling and squirming, trying to once again cast a spell. What is going on here? You're supposed to be burning dead.
I'm already.
If you wish to throw him into the trap, you need to roll another strength check.
Let's do that.
All right. You get roll it with a +2.
17 total.
You throw him onto the trap. The trap activates. Clamp. Just as before, immobilized, prone, bleeding.
Can I grab his am I able to grab his wand out of his hand while he's in it just to like try and get it away from him?
Yeah. As soon as he was clamped, he drops the wand. I mean, there's kind of more pressing matters than holding on to that magical stick. You son of a bitch! You can't take my animals! I hunted them! Legally!
What kind of clothes is he wearing?
Upon inspection, you see that the clothes he is wearing is very similar to that of an animal handler, a ranger, someone who is very animal-centric.
Can I take his clothes? I'm guessing they're bloodied though.
They're bloody and they have holes in them. And in a few minutes they'll have a dead guy inside them, you know.
When he's dead, can I take his clothes?
You can do whatever you want to him.
Alright.
He's dead. The trap, however, the mechanisms are too worn to be used again, and mending will not be sufficient enough this time. So one of your traps is kaput.
Okay.
But you do obtain the hold, and tattered outfit. The wand is a enchanted wand of fireball.
Ooh!
It has 1d4 charges, and when you spend one of the charges, it will shoot 3 fireballs, dealing 1d6 damage each.
Every time I fire it?
Every time you spend a charge. It has 4 charges left.
Oh.
So you can cast it 4 times and shoot 3 fireballs at people. And they do 1d6 each. Up to 15 feet.
Is this one of those things where it recharges if I don't use so much of it?
This one is what you've come to understand is a temporary enchantment where it's all.
Temporary wand.
Yeah, temporary wand. And you also found a key ring.
Yes. With keys?
With keys. Lots of keys.
Okay.
Yep, and I'm gonna stop there though.
Alrighty.
if that's all right.
That is totally fine.
You kind of did stuff I wasn't expecting, so that made it for interesting on my end, and I've got to plan some uh, different write-ups for you.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video and staying this long. If you like this type of stuff, we have another video coming soon. Go ahead and hit like or subscribe. It helps us out greatly, and it helps us get more videos out and makes production a little bit more amped. So if you want to see more from us, definitely check that out or share with your friends. But until then, see you next time in Tolkien's Gate.